Let's go. When the voices arise from the storm and immortalized. Let's go. You can find me below. I let the enemy know. When the voices arise from the storm and immortalized. Let's go. You can find me below. I let the enemy know.
Let's see if we can finally get it right this time. We're going to finally see if we can pull this off. If I hit this button correctly. Here we go. Did we do it? Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Sport.
it.
City Boys up another 5,000, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling really, really good today. I know we're a little early. I know you expected us on a Wednesday. But much like your period for your lady friend, it came just slightly early, which means no nookie for you. No. You don't get none of that. You can just chill at home, chill with your people, turn on the TV, stream this to your Roku. You rocking with Sid in Hollywood, and this is that damn NFL show. We feeling mighty good today. Although we took a couple L's in the predictions, I'm feeling good. My 49ers got this big dub, and we're not talking about Golden State. Big Sin had his Patriots get them defensive adjustments going on. Let's go. So much to discuss. So little time. Or maybe so much time. Who knows? It just feels on how we feel that Phil feels. And how we feel. So, I am, let me cut this out. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy James, a.k.a. Hollywood J Black, live in the building once again. And you know what it is, it's that damn NFL show. I got my main mans. Big MF and Sid is in the building. We got Steph is in the building. Bang, 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 bang. And Big Sid repping that Patriot Nation.
My forever, baby.
I shouted it out on the description of the video that Brock, not only are the 49ers looking like a contender, once again, knock on wood. And I tried to tell people calm the fuck down because, best case scenario, dude's the next coming of Joe Montana. Worst case scenario, he's Jim Druckenmiller, who did have one decent game before he inevitably flopped. I'm hoping that it's somewhere in the middle because not everybody can be perfect. But Big Sim, your main man's Bill Belichick finally went into that book called Halftime Defensive Adjustments. I see. I'm glad that he did not let Colt McCoy wax that ass as they were down by 3 going into the third quarter, and it ended up scoring 17 unanswered, unhindered points while also losing Mr. Stevenson for the game. But we don't know the extent of the injury, so we are hesitant. Almost like Deebo Samuel, we are hesitant. We know that they say he's going to be back in the season, probably. I say rest him for the playoffs. If Brock Purdy can get his game on, if we can bring in another receiver, rest his ass.
And fuck that Purdy week shit. All right.
Yeah, what's wrong? Why won't you have a Purdy week, sir? Huh?
All right. So let's be real here.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy got hurt in this game.
I know he hurt his oblique. It's not torn. It hurts. It's an oblique, okay? It
So-
affects the throwing motion.
At least it wasn't his leg like everybody else on your fucking team.
Listen. It's not my fault that our team has poor leg day management. Okay, we have stressed on this channel for the last 5-6 years we've been doing this show, Sin, that you never skip leg day. We at least say it once a year. Okay, never skip leg day.
And it's usually at the expense of Saquon Barkley, who we know doesn't skip leg day, but keeps on injuring his leg. Yes.
It's because he's never skipped a leg day. He even turns his upper body days into leg days. So he's already ran for 300 yards at the gym by the time he gets to the field. Okay,
so to address the comments right now, I'm not a sourpuss. Me and John actually talked about this. All the excitement about Purdy.
Hold on, he froze. There you go.
He got knocked the fuck out. Not as fucking bad as Russell Wilson, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, me and John, me and you talked about this. As soon as my man won the game, people are like, "Oh, Mr. Irrelevant bitch slap Father Time and bitch slap the GOAT and da-da-da-da-da." No, the defense bitch slapped the GOAT. Let's be real here. Purdy did not make any mistakes. That's the whole thing.
All right, so I feel you on that. So here's the thing, okay? So I need to talk about this because it really upsets me that this is an NFL narrative, okay? So John's talking about who hurts you. Let me tell you what hurts me, okay? Let me tell you the shit that gets me mad, all right? Let me tell you the shit that gets me mad on a week-to-week basis.
Where it says on, who hurt me? Nobody. I'm in the good, goddamn it.
But I'll tell you why I'm hurt, because I've literally been thinking about this ever since the game, okay? How come every time a defense, a top-tier defense, by the way, right? At least a minimum top 5 defense, every time that they shut down an offense completely, wholly, and royally, right? They shut down quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, all that, right? A top 5 defense. Every time, let me rephrase that, with the exception of the Ravens, because everybody praised the Ravens on their defense. But it seems more like recently, like the back in the day Ravens. But it seems more like recently, anytime a top 5 defense shuts down a quarterback and an offense completely, they blame the quarterback on the other side. They're saying, oh, the quarterback's washed. Oh, he needs to retire. Oh, he just don't have it in him no more. Instead of giving the actual defense the praise that it deserves. Okay?
No, that's my thing with the Patriots too. Oh, yeah, Mac came through. Yes, Mac made some good throws. The 2 rookie running backs came through.
Yeah.
The defense really came through.
Thank you. Nobody talks about that. Everybody says, oh, Kyler Murray got hurt. That's why the Cardinals lost. No, Kyler Murray got hurt in the first offensive drive, and the Cardinals were winning.
Three plays in.
Yeah, and the Cardinals were winning.
And you want to know why he got hurt?
Why?
Because it's free XP weekend for the next 2 weeks on Call of Duty.
God damn it, Sid. I knew you were going to say some shit like that. Oh, I tore everything. But he actually has
my hand still works.
But actually, he has a torn ACL, and he is out for the rest of the season. He tore his yes, ladies and gentlemen, he tore his ACL on a non-contact play. Okay,
which is okay. So let's be real here. Non-contact injuries are always the worst ones to see because they're usually the most damaging.
Yes,
and this is why the NFL needs to investigate these fields, MetLife, Arizona, these fields, and put real grass out there and not this half clay, half grass bullshit that these players keep getting injured on.
Yes. Thank you. We've been saying this shit since 2 years ago when they came back from the pandemic?
Well, shit, even with Reggie Bush up in Detroit, when he stepped on that one patch that wasn't real grass, they fucking tore his leg apart.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I think when we were doing more of the documentary stuff, we did this 2 years ago. On the Overtime Sports Show. We actually looked at the amount of injuries. You guys can go back and check this out because it's still on this channel. We talk about the injuries at MetLife and how dangerous of a field it is and how many injuries.
Because in that one game, you guys lost 11 people.
Yep. And not only us, the Giants lost people. And then we played the Jets.
The week after, then the Jets lost like 5 in a home game.
Yeah. And
the Dolphins lost like 4.
Yeah, but remember, we played the Giants and the Jets back-to-back weeks
Yep.
in MetLife. We lost a total of 11 people over that weekend. I mean, over those 2 weeks. So we can essentially say 7 days apart, right?
All right, Stephanie, to what you just said right there, you're not walking down the street wearing cleats, which are metal hooks underneath your feet.
Yeah.
If you step on something that is not soft, your ankle is going to snap.
Oh, well, and also, to your point, you're not always stepping on artificial grass all the time, which has maybe only about 1.5 inches thickness from the concrete that is below it. Yep. Unfortunately, like on real grass, or on one hand, even on fields with real grass, there's still only about 1.5 inches thick that goes down to the thing. At least when we play,
there's more give.
Yeah, when we used to play in high school and college, high school, me and Sid played high school and college, whatever. Yes, Sid tore his knee up. I tore my knee up, but we were playing on real grass, and it was really high impact to do it. But we were outliers to the fact that because of the style that we played, probably eventually the shit was going to happen how it happened. While the majority of high school players don't get injured, okay? And even subsequently, the majority of college players don't get injured. In the NFL, more often than not, you're going to get injured. Tom Brady got lucky with his one injury, catastrophic injury that he had, and he's played football different ever since.
So I want you to picture this. Say you're running at your fastest speed.
Mm-hmm.
You put one of your feet in the ground to make a cut to the left. Imagine you get a little bit of give, but then something just grabs you by the foot and won't move your foot. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Your knee is gone.
Yeah, force. That's just simple force. Yeah, broke arms playing ball, no leg injuries. Yeah, I tore my ACL, MCL, PCL, meniscus, done, and I can walk. So I still have to deal with a lot of shit as it goes. Phil tore his ACL, tore his whole shit up.
And I have no ligaments in my ankles.
Yeah, and that was at work. He walks with a pimp limp now. People gonna think, is this Big Sin the pimp? But James Dolan gonna walk out. Who's you hire? You hired a pimp? What the fuck is this shit?
Anyway, so we are here now. We actually had a good week this week. I went 9-4. Hollywood went 10-3. So
now we do. You know how we do, sir. It's thank you. But I would be remiss without saying that there was one thing that you did call that I didn't see coming. But there was a few things I think you did call that I did call that you didn't see coming at all.
So no, we only disagreed on one game. I convinced you to change on a couple of them.
Yes. Oh, you did.
All right.
Well, so let's go over it.
Let's talk about the deep throating choke job that the Raiders pulled on Thursday night, as they blew another lead to the LA Rams, who Baker Mayfield, 10 hours before the game, landed in Las Vegas, went through his physical, signed all his paperwork. Half hour before kickoff, got to the stadium, put on his uniform he has never seen before, has never talked to his coaches, never talked to his wideouts, never talked to his running backs. Danny Warford, whatever the fuck his name is, played one series. And they're like, oh, he sucks. Let's bring in Baker. Baker does the ungodly thing of bringing the Rams back and making them look relevant with fucking, again, garbage baggers and fucking trash and store fucking baggage people.
Valet, fucking stadium valet.
Baker Mayfield dropped the dime of the year in the end zone on perfect coverage by the defense to win that football game.
So this is what I'm thinking. I've been sitting here and analyzing this at all. Like everything, right? So John Warford played that whole fucking game. The whole game.
No, he did not. He played one series.
Played one. Well, then what did the other dude play the whole series? Most of the game?
Baker played the rest of the game.
Then why would it? Okay, so hold on. So we also can't discount the fact that the Rams were getting their ass kicked for the majority of that game.
Yeah, when Warford was in, yes. So they pulled Warford, and the way that they ran the offense is they told Baker, because he hasn't seen the playbook yet, Sean McVay told Baker, here's what we're running. This is how it looks. Make the throws you can make. Because he knows Baker is a pro and can do it. It ended up working. In the beginning, it was sluggish, but once he got it, he got it.
I honestly I had thought. See, the way I had looked at it because I didn't get a chance to see the game up until the end. Because I'm like, Raiders up 16-3. Let's just see how what Rams excuse they're gonna make this time. I mean, they have every excuse they can make. They have nobody except Baker Mayfield. And at my thought in my head was,
and like I said, Baker Mayfield got to the stadium a half hour before the game, put on his jersey, and go out there.
That's insanity, dude. And there you go. That's the statement that I was going to make. John beat me to the statement. So this is what I was looking at. This and I want to let me put this back up here because this is a huge statement. My thought process was this: when I saw exactly what they ran, when I saw those plays, I've never seen the Rams run those plays before ever in my life.
So Sean McVay called Jeff Saturday and asked him the plays he ever against the Raiders, and that's exactly what it was.
It must have been at this point because listen, I looked at the play. I've seen a lot of Rams football with Matt Stafford. These two plays that they ran at the end of that game, I've never seen them before, ever, not at all. It was one of those things which is more than likely why they were as successful to begin with, except the fact that John Wolford would have never been able to make that throw. Only Baker Mayfield can make that throw.
Not the window that Baker put it in.
Yeah, that's it. Baker Mayfield is the only person on that roster.
You can't discredit how good the coverage of the Raiders defensive back was on that last play.
No, definitely.
He was all over a washed-up receiver.
Oh, definitely. That was the thing. Like, it was perfect coverage, a perfect play, everything, but it was designed in such a way that I've never seen those play before. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the Raiders for ad-libbing their defense, essentially, to adapt to around the play. But one-on-one, Baker Mayfield, he puts it in that specific window, and I'm even remiss to say that Stafford wouldn't have been able to put it in that specific window unless Cooper Kupp was the one about to get that ball.
I will agree with you there, unless it was OBJ last year or Cooper Kupp his career
this year. And so when you look at it, like, that's the one thing I love about Baker Mayfield, and the one thing that's the reason why me and you, Sin, when we were rooting for the Browns with Baker Mayfield, it's the one thing that me and you agreed that Baker, when he balls, right? Yeah. And he knows how to make those throws. He was doing it in college. When he was ad-libbing with Hugh Jackson in the last, before Hugh Jackson got fired, he was making throws to carpet cleaners, valet attendants, and fucking shit before they decided,
because Jarvis Landry and OBJ were hurt.
Yeah, well, remember when Hugh Jackson was there was no
Jarvis or OBJ.
No Jarvis or OBJ. It was David Njoku was finally getting a shot. Nobody ever heard that dude before, right? You had Dick Chubb, which everybody was worried about getting a shot. You had Kareem Hunt wasn't even there because they didn't get Kareem Hunt until the season after. And it was basically like this. Yeah, you guys win a post, you guys get curls, and RB, who's I don't know, run a screen. There, that was the play. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get it to you. And he said, you got to be out there somewhere. No, I was just playing. It was, like I said, it was perfectly accurate.
Shout out to Baker because he now basically flipped off Carolina and Cleveland. Like, you gave up on both of y'all gave up on me? Fuck you.
Especially with all the quarterback struggles both of those teams are having. Oh, boy.
Well, Sam Darnold actually showed up this week, so we got to give him some credit.
Yeah, but the team they're playing showed up even more. I mean, that's essentially what he was forced to show up.
But the one thing Baker needs to stop doing is headbutting player with helmets on.
Yeah, I will agree. Even the wide receiver was confused. He's like, what the fuck? How do you do that shit?
And he headbutted the defensive lineman, too, like right in the fucking face.
Yeah, right after. I'm like,
all right, Baker, we get it, dude. You're tough.
No wonder. A hard head makes a soft ass. That's what Mama used to always say.
A hard dick makes a sex last. All right, so that was the Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did not know the team that won this game was actually favored. We picked the other team because they were on a roll. Did you know the Detroit Lions were actually favored in this game against the Vikings?
I thought I picked Detroit.
We both picked Minnesota.
Did I? Fuck. And now you know it's fucked up because I sat there looking like I was cheering on Detroit. I'm like, yes, I got to fucking win. Yes. First game of the season, we got to fucking win. And then now you tell me that I cheered on Minnesota and I feel horrible. Oh, because I said it was the daytime. That's why. That's why I remember.
It's 10 a.m. You must be lonely. No, Detroit came out there and showed Minnesota getting this number one seed ain't gonna be easy, punk. You know what I'm saying?
No, and you know what? Listen, the crazy part is that Minnesota's been on a roll and Detroit's been on a roll. So the problem was like, I don't even know why I picked Minnesota. I think only because of Kirk Cousins. But something happened.
I think it was the Cousins, Jefferson, but I don't know. I did not know, and I still don't know why the Lions are favored in this game.
The only thing that I can think of, because we were talking in a fantasy football group, right? Because we picked Jared Goff, we picked DeAndre Swift, we picked St. Brown, right? So the only thing to me was like, then somebody on defense must be gone. Like just like not there. Like absolutely, they took a vacation. It was like, I don't even feel like showing up to Detroit. That's what it had to be. Because I'm like, why are we picking three Detroit players in a game where Minnesota has a top 5 defense? Hold on, that had to be. But I said, "Fuck it, we roll with them," and I won my fantasy.
A top 5 defense and a top 5 offense.
Yeah, it's crazy. He said, all right. So John said the funny story from the game: the fake punt. Dan Campbell said into the headset, "Don't run it," but he missed the button for the first word, so they faked it for 30 yards. Oops.
I love Dan Campbell.
So what it is the punter was like, Dan Campbell was like, "Don't run it." The punter turned the shit off. We're running the fake, boys. We got the approval. Running the fake. Running the fake.
See, okay, what happened was Pat McAfee Bluetooth called the punter.
Yeah.
It was like, listen, bro, here's what we're doing.
Do you hear what Dan says? He's not mouthing, don't run. The punter's like, he said, good luck. Good luck. Okay, good luck.
Pat McAfee's like, he said, you got this. That's too many words, Pat. Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm saying. Right? I'm gonna go do a swanton off the War Games cage real quick. I'll be right back.
He said, "Don't run it." Coach punter was like, "Good luck, bitch." That's what he said. Go. All right. So yeah, no, I was just like, I was really happy for Detroit. I wanted them to win. I mean, now we're about to turn the NFC upside his head now because Detroit is now in play, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit is now in fucking play. I said this. I said, wouldn't it be something?
And the funniest shit is they've been good since the Patriots mollywopped their ass.
Yeah. It was a reality check. Bill Belichick paid them with a reality check. That's what happened.
He's like, Dan, this is a stern reminder. I'm daddy. Okay?
What does Andre Chase said? This is a teachable moment.
All right. Next up, this was the only game we disagreed on. And the only reason you got one win over me is because the Ravens backup came out and beat the backups of the Steelers defense by 1 point. 1 point.
Yeah, and I was surprised that I picked the Ravens in that situation. In my head, I was like, I mean, there's Black Air Force energy. That's finally Kenny Pickett looking like a star, but man, wouldn't it be something? I wanted the backup to win because remember I said that I can't wait for Lamar Jackson to finally look obsolete according to the Ravens, so Lamar Jackson can go somewhere else and finally get the $300 million that he deserves. Okay, wouldn't it be nice? And sure enough,
be nice if he was special.
Sure enough, backup quarterback wins. I mean, wins the game. Now, just saying.
I know Lamar's sitting there like, motherfucker.
Every time his backup wins, that's another $10 million gone from that final contract. We're at 240. It was at 250. Now we're at 240. Next game he wins 230. Next game is 220. Next game is 210. And it's going to be a $200 million max. That's going to be it. They win another game. And what if we got playoffs? Woo, Lord.
Well, they might have an issue with the playoffs, seeing how the next team is found their swag, as we said last week. The Cincinnati Bengals put it on the Browns.
Yes. The good news is that Deshaun Watson in one drive threw a touchdown. The bad news is that on the next drive, he threw a pick six. So technically, he threw 2 touchdowns.
We're giving him the fucking what quarterback was it? Nathan Peterman when he came in for that one game, threw a touchdown and then threw like 2 straight pick sixes
That's right. 3 touchdowns in a row.
He had 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes, baby. Just 2
Woo,
for the other
MVP.
team. Just
MVP,
2 for the other team. God damn it.
This we said it. We said the Bengals. I said I don't trust Deshaun Watson. He was looking rough at the beginning of the game. People were like, oh yeah, he's got rust. Like no,
it's gonna take a few weeks for him to get going.
Let's be honest. He hasn't played in 2 years, 2.5 years actually.
He's been playing like this though.
Man hasn't played in 2.5 years. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. He didn't play at all last year, and wasn't he injured? No, he got him to the playoffs last year. So almost 2 years. He hasn't played in 2 years.
No, he was on the Texans last year, and he did not play.
Yeah, last year he didn't play at all.
But no, you said he took him to the playoffs.
No, the year before that.
Okay.
They were 10-6. They went 9-6-1 or whatever the fuck. They went to the playoffs, one and done. Sorry, see, you wouldn't want to be here, right? And that was it. But the Bengals, back to what I said, the Bengals are now in play again.
So, and there is nobody cooler in the pocket than Joe Burrow.
Not a single,
not a goddamn person.
Not a single soul. Now, if the next game is what I think it is, then this next team might have to worry because since the Bengals won, that just threw a monkey wrench in their long-term plans. And I think that the next game we're talking about is the Jets. I could be wrong, but if not, it's okay.
So, all right, yes, you are correct. The Bills exercised their demons from earlier this season, and they beat the Jets.
Yes. It was a struggle of a game, though. Josh Allen wasn't allowed to do the things that Josh Allen normally does. That's one thing I noticed about this game.
Because we talked about this. The Jets' defense is good unless they play New England.
Yeah. Now, they found a way, as really, really good teams do, they find a way when the things that they normally do are taken away from them, you find a way to win. Fortunately, the Bills' defense is just as good as the Jets' defense. They made some plays on Mike Flight White.
Shout out to Mike White's toughness because he broke his ribs and came back and almost brought that team back.
He almost did, man. But listen, there's sometimes you just gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly feel like that's why when injuries come, I'll be like, you just gotta chill. Don't be like don't be coming back, bro. Because listen, you're gonna come back, make your shit worse. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're going to be Lamar Jackson.
next thing you know, you're going to be Tyrod Taylor with a busted lung because the doctor put you in the wrong place.
Oh, yeah, because they try to set your ass up. They be trying. I swear to God, what's his name? It must be that other quarterback setting Mike White ass up. The one that got kicked out.
Oh, Zach Wilson?
Yeah, setting his ass up. You know, Mike, you got to show your toughness, bro.
Joe Flacco standing behind Zach Wilson. Hey, you know that motherfucker dating your mom now, right? Hey, you know he taking your job too, right?
Oh, right. He said,
we all know Joe Flacco is not a good teammate. We all know this.
No, but Joe Flacco, like, nigga, listen, I ain't gonna be here next year, nigga. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna do a contender, nigga.
Bengals and the Bills did was help the Patriots this week.
Yes, and essentially,
and we'll get to that game here in a bit.
Well, the Browns are officially out in play. They were supposed to. The only way they were going to be in play is if they won today. Yep. They didn't. I mean, not today, but one Sunday they didn't.
But
it is what it is.
The Bills beating the Jets kept the Patriots in play,
and the Bills. That also kept that brought back the Bengals.
Yep.
Because it's that wild card playoff spot. There's only going to be 3 spots. But remember what we talked about last week is that the AFC East, all 4 teams all had a winning record.
All have above 500 record, yeah.
So that's a lot to deal with, and now we got 4 games to go for every team. Every game counts. Every single last one of them.
So Cowboy fans, I'm gonna need y'all to dial back that We Them Boys this week because the Texans almost beat y'all asses.
Davis Mills, baby.
If you almost lose to the Texans, stop cheering for your squad.
Although, to be fair, the Texans have been, I don't know. Davis Mills is an almost made it type of dude. That's why I'm referring to Davis Mills. Almost made it. He almost can beat you. He almost has the skills to be a great quarterback. He almost can embarrass you. But somehow, some way, maybe it's just because it's the Texans. That never comes to fruition.
And the defense.
Yeah.
Their defense played above board for the first half of this game.
Yeah.
Second half of the game, they're like, all right, we did our jobs.
Yeah.
There's still 30 minutes left. We on our way back to Houston.
And I'm just trying to figure it out because I think what happened. So Jeff Driscoll came in at some point in this game. I think what was it toward the end? What had to have been? I think that means that what's his name got hurt. Hey, he said, "Well, hey, the uniforms are cool." Yeah, exactly. Like they all right, they almost. Yeah, all right. They're just some almost guys. They just that's what they are. Because that's the Texans almost. They just almost can do stuff. And they just never win. They give you a good fight.
All right,
maybe.
so yeah. They'll punch above their weight for a good quarter or two.
Yeah, about a quarter. Maybe
3 years
half.
down the road. 3 years down the road, worst team in the NFL goes to the XFL and their champ takes their place.
I hope so. I hope The Rock can negotiate that. That would be nice. The Rock finds ways to negotiate that. For real. You got to earn your way back into the NFL.
You called it again this week. The Jets lose, the Giants lose, the Eagles beat the Jets, the Eagles beat the Giants.
Yep.
New York can only have one nice thing, and that's Buffalo.
Yeah, that's apparently true. I mean, I said it. I said the Jets goes as the Giants goes, and at this point, we already know where this is going. We know this story, Sim. We've seen it. We've seen the headlines many times over many years with this Giants team, and like Boys to Men, it's the end of the road for them.
Gonna go to the end of the road till I can't let go. Saquon's eyes are gonna tear. That's why he's on a pitch count.
Yeah, Giants are donezo. Yes, it was the Eagles. Yes, the Eagles are one of the most dominant team in the thing. Yes, but the Giants team laid down and died. That is exactly that's it right there. That should be on a T-shirt. This Giants team laid down and died.
They're like New York Giant blue, lay down and die.
Yeah, and they played so bad they made the Jets lose. That's how that shit was. That's how I feel. Exactly what happened.
They played after the Jets.
It don't matter. Time travel. Let me tell you, they knew how bad this shit was gonna be. Okay, so the Jets lost too. They knew because I said the Giants go
all season. Both teams been punching way above their weight class all season.
Yes, and now reality has set in.
Back to reality. Oh, all right. So we talked about this game last week. We both agreed that there's just something in the air in late game AFC South games. And we called it the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Tennessee Titans.
I said it. We both said it. Said we feel. He said we was like, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. And that's exactly how we felt when we saw this Jacksonville Tennessee game on deck, and it looked lopsided initially, like on paper, it looked lopsided. But if anybody knows the AFC South like me and Big Sid do,
if anybody knows the Jacksonville Jaguars late season, they're going to upset some people.
This wasn't inevitable like Thanos and what's his name was like. It says I'm Iron Man, and he snapped the Tennessee out of existence, and probably, unfortunately, now in this case.
No, Tennessee's still going to win the division because the rest of the division is hot ass.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me check these standings.
There's still 3 games up on the second place team in the division,
which is the Jaguars. Two games up. The Jaguars are 5-8. Tennessee 7-6. It is
I swear for God, if the Jaguars somehow make the playoffs, I'm not doing this show no more.
Oh, you want a reality check? So. They play the Cowboys at home. They play the Jets after that. Then they play the Texans. Guess who the last game of the season?
But we know the Jaguars will probably lose to the Texans just because of Jaguars.
No, but guess who's the last game of the season?
The fucking Colts.
Nope.
Who?
If it ain't the Colts, and we know why I'm giving you this look.
Tennessee again?
At home. Oh, 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 hold on, wait.
We will have to see what happens.
Oh, here we go though. Wait, let me get the Tennessee schedule up because they got the Chargers, then the Texans, and then the Cowboys before this Tennessee game.
Well, the Cowboys are going to be losing the first round mode. So
I don't know. The Cowboys, they got to catch up to the Eagles to try and get into the damn playoffs. At least try to get a home game or something, some kind of shit, something. Because so they're going to try and it's going to be about sending a message when they stomp out Tennessee. That's what it's going to be about.
You want to know who sent a message yesterday?
Oh, who?
The Chiefs defense telling Sierra her husband ain't coming home because he's knocked out, still sleeping on the side of the field. Because Russell Wilson died yesterday.
Oh, you know why he died, though? Them motherfuckers was coming back. They was coming back.
Russell started playing Russ ball, and Andy Reid was like, take that motherfucker out.
he told the coach, fuck your playbook.
He's like, he said, Mike, fuck you, Nathaniel. I ain't talking to your ass no more.
Fuck you, Hackett. My playbook now, bitch. It called up Pete Carroll. Oh, my bad. Russell, what is your playbook?
Pete.
He's probably a dead lay anyway. Yeah, probably. But he called your boy Pete Carroll. He got the Seahawks Legion of Boom playbook from back in the Super Bowl days. Went over it with his teammates and said, get like 5 or 6 of these plays down. We're running this, boys. I got you. And they start coming back. And then they killed him. And there's your game, ladies and gentlemen. That was the game.
Andy Reid was like, oh, look at Russell Wilson and his $230 million contract. Andy Reid said, nope. No.
He was about to get a bonus for the game. Right? Andy Reid shut that shit down real quick.
Andy Reid took that motherfucker like he does a hot dog at 7-Eleven. That's the fuck he did.
He shut that shit down.
All right, so Sam Darnold tried to show out yesterday, but Geno Smith says, no, I'm the guy who's showing out today. I can't believe we are going into week 15, and we're talking about Geno Smith having a winning record on a football team.
Geno Smith for MVP.
All right, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
No, you're not leaving. Get back here. Get back here. It's come back. I was just playing. Geno Smith made a deal with the devil this season. Nah, he probably made a deal with the devil. Just keep me with Pete Carroll for the rest of my career, and I promise I'll be good. And he probably sacrificed his firstborn.
And then Pete Carroll was like, wow. Fucking Owen Wilson looking ass motherfucker.
I mean, hey, see, that could happen. And you know what? Oddly enough, because of because of basically the second half of that game.
He said in the Spider-Verse or something.
I mean, we never said where it could happen. I just said it could. He just said it could. I never said it was reality.
We're in that fucking paint reality through Doctor Strange's fucking last movie and shit.
I mean, it could happen in Madden 2003.
Nope.
Remember, you used to create players in Madden 2003. They used to be hella good and still not win MVP because of fucking Tom Brady or fucking Donovan McNabb or fucking Ben Roethlisberger or fuckity fucks. You know, exactly. That's, yeah. Trust me, it's a glitch. Okay, after Thanos snapped, he won the Super Bowl.
All right, so we started talking about this at the beginning of the show. Brock Purdy played well, got hurt, but Tom Brady, he met the wrong side of that 49ers defense.
It's the only side we have is the wrong side. That's just really what it comes down to. There is no right side of our defense. It's just like going to Northtown. You get exactly what you pay for. I mean,
So the big story to come out of this game is the obvious high ankle sprain to Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, which was better than the ACL we thought it was.
Yeah, everybody thought it was an ACL tear, but it wasn't, luckily for Deebo. I say Deebo can sit out the next 2 weeks, and the 49ers can probably still win these games coming up. But they need to make sure. But if this Thursday, if Brock Purdy is still not feeling well, do not put him out there against that Seattle team.
No, and although Seattle's defense is kind of soft, they're very much.
You don't want to risk that shit.
No, as I said, even though
because that's James, look me in the eyes right now. Do you really want Josh Johnson taking you to being your quarterback going into the playoffs?
No.
Exactly.
But and so I put out a tweet and I tagged the 49ers and hashtag Kyle Shanahan. I said, "Dear 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, you know that thing where we ran the ball against the Packers majority of the game and amassed 280-some yards rushing, and Jimmy Garoppolo only had to pass it 8 times? We need to do that thing again. That needs to be the game plan going into Thursday. You run, you crack them in the mouth, you get the fuck out of Dodge and call it a day. That's it. That needs to be the game plan. Run the fucking ball, run the clock out, run it out. You know what I'm saying? Game plan means run, touchdowns, get the fuck out of fucking wherever the fuck we're at. It's done. Seattle. Get the fuck out of Seattle. Just fuck it. That's it. That's the game plan. It shouldn't be nothing else. Even if Perk is hurting, even if Purdy isn't hurt, same game plan.
Read John's comment.
Josh Johnson, bum ass, still didn't even start when the QB in front of him became an activist.
They're like, the 49ers like, we're going to trade for somebody. Fuck you, Josh Johnson.
Listen, all I can tell you is that I can't wait to read the book that Josh Johnson's going to make coming out with all these fucking...
How I played for all 32 NFL teams.
Exactly.
And
remember,
it actually only had 4 actual snaps in the game.
Isn't he an AAF or XFL champion?
No.
You sure? I could have sworn he went the fuck off in AAF or XFL. I can't remember which one it was.
No.
He did.
No.
He's a championship winning quarterback.
No.
For a league that doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly. All right. So you were on a 10-game winning streak. I was on a 9-game AFL. Fuck. So up until this game, you were on a 10-game winning streak. I was on a 9-game winning streak up until Sunday night, and the Dolphins choked to the Chargers. Again, helping the New England Patriots.
Well, every time, again, we think that this Chargers team is going to fuck up somewhere. Like, he keep fucking up the way they've been fucking up, and that they don't have it in them anymore. Somehow, some way, they end up proving us wrong.
They have no defense.
No, they have no defense, and they still beat the Dolphins. Dude, I don't know.
I say it's the 49ers' fault.
How you gonna blame the 49ers?
Because y'all smacked the shit out the Dolphins the week before, and their Dolphins like they still fucking reeling. Like, oh, we here now. Oh, we in San Diego. What the fuck is going on here?
It's like Sam Darnold still seeing ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he is. Haven't you seen him play?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't know. Justin
Herbert is a fucking dog, dude. He's
fuck, man. If you know what's crazy, because if the Chargers even would have had,
it's the betting god's fault. As he says.
Well, there it is. That's it. That's it right there. If the Chargers would even had remotely half the defense that the Bengals have, we'd actually be considering Justin Herbert for a possible MVP. That's how good Justin Herbert's been playing. Problem is,
we also got to say this: he has been without his 2 top receivers in more than half the games of this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's found the way to try and fucking do it. Now, does that amount to anything?
Nope.
I mean, the Chargers, even with a winning record, have successfully been outscored 295 to 326.
At least their point differential ain't as bad as the fucking Broncos.
I mean, it's 238 to 194. But to be fair, they're actually the team. They're the team that, outside from the Bills, have allowed the least amount of points. So that's not bad. It's just, Nathaniel Hackett is a horrible coach, and yeah, there's that. So the Chargers are back in play now because since the Jets lost, Patriots won, Chargers are back in play. That's a three-way dance going on over there. But then we have the Ravens and the Bengals and the Titans and the fucking Jaguars.
And the last game of the week, Kyler Murray wanted to go play Call of Duty, so he said, fuck it, I'm going to tear my own ACL.
So that's not nice. It's hilarious, but it's not nice. You're not wrong.
And then the ACL gods decided to sacrifice Colt McCoy to the Patriots defense to the sound of 7 sacks last night.
Poor guy. He can't feel his other arm now. Poor guy. Can't feel his other shoulder. Shit.
I give Colt McCoy credit. He is trying so hard not to die.
No. Yeah. I mean, he's having a rough go, boy. Let me tell you.
Well, against the defense like the Patriots, you're going to have a rough go because Matt Judon was in the backfield 90% of that game.
Yeah. The worst part about it is Kyle Murray is a mobile quarterback, which means that he's not even going to be back by the beginning of the season.
No, because DLC comes out.
No, new season and shit. New fucking
season 3 for Modern Warfare 2 will be out and shit. So all jokes aside, the Patriots still need to open up the offense. They're still throwing way too much short shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, but the reality is this is unfortunately Bill Belichick. This is the way he is. Now the problem is that they don't have their number one running back, at least for the foreseeable couple weeks now.
No, we don't have a number one running back, number two running back, number one receiver, and probably not a number two receiver because Stevenson got hurt yesterday. Harris was already hurt. Jacory Myers was hurt. Yep. And Devontae Parker suffered a concussion yesterday.
Yeah, so this is going to be rough. This is going to be a rough goal for these Patriots. And I would say, fuck around and sign to them.
And look at that right there. So I have to take Troy Aikman's words last night where he was talking about, Matt Judon just tied Nick Bosa for the sack lead, and then right after he said that, he's like, after he said that, fucking Troy Aikman goes, yeah, Matt Judon didn't have any sacks the last 2 games. Just showing how much of a lead he had on Bosa before getting shut out for 2 games.
Time to get the guy from the back row. He's like, me? Yeah, you. Want to play wide receiver and running back? Come on down, buddy. Oh, boy, I.
Like you did Malcolm Butler?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, hey, catch. All right, you're going to be our starting corner in the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Here we go. Matt Slater might have to come out of the fucking special teams field and fucking actually play receiver now. Fucking shit.
So the one guy who's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame only taking 2 offensive snaps in his career.
Listen, Matt Slater's
because he's had an 18-year phenomenal, 10-time All NFL, 10-time Pro Bowl special teamer will be a Hall of Famer.
My man said he is Steve Tasker on crack.
So I got to talk about this. John sent me this morning, and I forgot about it. Nelson Aguilar is a bro. So the play after Parker got tackled, they were lining up quick.
Yeah.
And Aguilar looked over at Parker and seen this dude wasn't right and made them call off the play. Whereas Parker would have been out there with a concussion, getting hit again.
Damn.
So Aguilar might have just saved that man.
Yeah, because he was not right, bro. I was like,
You know, the weird hit. It didn't look very impactful, but his head bounced off the field.
Yeah. It was rough. But the one thing about the Patriots, they will find a way to make a star of someone.
That's the Belichick way, buddy.
Out of someone, and you never ever have heard of him before. It was, or you haven't heard his name in years, but he'll be a fucking star. I promise you.
He's going to, you know what Belichick's going to do? I can tell you
What?
what he's going to do right now. So 2 weeks ago, the corner and our kick returner played offense for the first time in his career, the rookie, number 25.
Yeah.
He scored on that 80-yard fucking screenplay and just outran everybody on the field.
Yeah.
He's going to start putting that motherfucker in that fucking wide receiver in the slot.
Yeah, pretty much. So so that was the last game of the thing. So I did really have there's something that now we got to think about now. So last year around this time, we knew who was making the playoffs.
This year we have no fucking idea.
No.
You know why? 2022.
No, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the whole AFC East and NFC East were basically a lock to make the playoffs. And we had talked about that. Like, we had said, this is the first time. Like, if the playoffs started right now, the whole AFC East and the whole NFC East are making the playoffs. That is not the case anymore, thanks to the Giants and the Jets basically equaling each other in mediocrity over the last few weeks. That is now that ship has sailed, and now shit's about to get wild. Now
Yeah,
we got 4 games.
We got 4 games left of the season.
Yeah.
No, 3 games left of the season. This is week 15, so we got 3 games left of the season.
No, we got 4.
It's
week 18.
Oh yeah, 4. I keep forgetting
18.
about that shit.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get these picks started with your 49ers at the Seahawks.
49ers. I again, game plan needs to go in, run the ball, run the fucking ball and get the fuck out of Seattle. That's it. Run the ball.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers here as well. But people do not be shocked Seahawks win the ugly game here.
Listen, Geno's gonna have a hard time. He ain't faced a defense like this. Like he faced us earlier this year when we weren't at full strength. We are absolutely on defense at full fucking strength. And Seattle's not one of those fields that people just get injured all the time.
But he makes a good point. You need to leave that game healthy.
Oh, we will. And I said, but the only way that happens, like I said, if we play defense like we play defense, right, and we run the ball, and score touchdowns on the ground, not in the air, literally the same exact game plan that we did against the Packers in Green Bay in the playoffs. That is same exact game plan. Then we're good. Right. Because remember, when we did that game plan, the game ended like a half hour in actual time early because we ran so much. We ran the fucking clock out, and the fucking network didn't know what to do. Okay? That's exactly the game plan that needs to be done. We need to go in.
I just want to throw a little shade at Tampa Bay real quick.
Yeah.
They Fox turned your game off in the middle of the third quarter.
It was so bad they turned it off locally here in the third quarter. That's how bad the shit was.
All right, next up, we have Jeff Saturday and his Backyard Football Club taking on the Vikings.
Oh man, I think
I'm taking the Vikings here.
Yeah, Minnesota's pissed. They got cracked in the mouth by the Lions. And this is gonna Ooh boy, I would not want to be Jeff Saturday. At least he's just the interim coach. At least this doesn't count on his resume. Okay,
so they're gonna give him the job at the end of the season.
They should just give Peyton Manning the job at that point. Like if they really want to do some shit like that, just give Peyton Manning the fucking job. Fuck it. Hey, matter of fact,
do the world a favor and interview some different race coaches before you do it.
Listen.
No, you have to meet the Rooney Rule, or we're going to hear it all offseason.
Or you know what? They should hire Marvin Harrison and have him run that team like he ran his car wash.
All right, next up we have the.
Why we don't want to talk? Did Marvin Harrison pay you off too? Is that what happened?
Next up we have possibly the Lamar Jackson-less Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Marvin Harrison paid this man off. Listen.
I think Deshaun gets his shit together this week.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, the Browns need to revel in their bullshit that they paid this man 300, almost $250 million cash
for hush money, like Marvin gave.
Ah, you have to look around. Oh, okay, yeah. See, yeah. Big Sin when it comes to Marvin Harrison. I didn't see shit. I didn't say shit. I don't know shit. All right.
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, sir.
No. I can't go against the Ravens because I need this whole thing to throw a monkey wrench.
I already put a B on the Ravens for you. Don't worry.
Yes, like this is it. You know, I'm picking the Ravens. As long as Lamar Jackson's not playing, I'm picking the Ravens. And I need a whole monkey wrench thrown into this situation.
Yes, you're right. I can't sit by the window. I'm taking out.
Yes, Reggie Wayne, I don't know. He's got a coach somewhere. Marvin Harrison at least showed us how he runs a business, okay?
Bring back Dungy.
Dungy's doing just fine, okay?
All right, next up, will the Dolphins continue their slide as they have to go visit Buffalo?
In the cold too. It's supposed to be a blizzard. The Dolphins are gonna freeze. I know they're warm-blooded mammals, but
they are the gay sharks, and they are going to Buffalo.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want to be the team that go. Imagine this kind of collapse at this part of the season for the Dolphins. They had everything in the bag. They were just
highest scoring team in the NFL, the highest yardage team in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrificed your quarterback 3 different times this year.
And this is how it ends. What did Thanos say? Normally, one doesn't consider fun when talking about the end of the Dolphins. But me, I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm picking Buffalo.
I got Buffalo also. Next up, we have Jalen Hurts and the Eagles taking on. I don't know what happened to their quarterback you like to talk shit about, but the Chicago Bears.
Justin Fields died and hasn't came back yet.
And for his safety, just keep him off the field the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean he's supposed to be your franchise player, right?
You're not going to the playoffs, so there's no reason to play him.
No, not at all. It's just sit him out. Just
but
chill.
Is this that trap game? This trap game? That trap game? I'm still taking the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm still taking the Eagles. This is the Eagles. I would be very surprised if the Eagles fucking lost this game. This is a game that they should lose at all. Like at all. Like from a scale of 1 to 10, if they lose, they suck.
So next up.
Oh, is it in Chi-Town? I think it is in Chi-Town.
It is in Chicago.
Yeah, I still don't think that the Eagles are going to lose though. Same weather. The Eagles weather.
And not only that, AJ Brown is playing on another level right now.
Yeah. The Bears are very mid. The Bears are the definition of mid. That's exactly what it is. They don't do anything great. They're okay, but not great. They're okay. It could. They're the Eagles. They play in the same kind of cold almost. It's just not as windy.
All right. Next up, can those Dan Campbell knee biters continue the Jets downswing?
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so. Because listen, I am a beacon and purveyor of chaos. Remember I've said that over the years. This is that time where this comes into fruition.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions too. So.
Because let me explain what happens. Thanks to the Giants taking an L. They're now 7-5-1. Okay, the Commanders are now 7-5-1. The Lions are 6-7. In the Jets, the Jets crashed and burned. I did. Lions. I got the Lions. I am a beacon of chaos. They said the only thing to make this crazy will be Detroit making the playoffs. Did a little engine that could. I do. Listen, as a 49ers fan, I am 100% rooting for the Lions. Just don't play the 49ers in the playoffs. That's all I ask. But I can only assume that the number 2 would play number 7. And then that would be okay. But who would be number 2? You got the Vikings at 10-3. the Eagles at 12-1. So it'll be the Vikings. If the Niners went out and the Vikings went out, the Vikings would be the number 2 seed.
If the Lions went out, they'll be the. If the Lions went out, they'll be the 5.
No.
Oh no, it's 6.
No, they would be 7. They'd be the 7th seed.
7?
Yeah, because you consider the Cowboys. Let's say the Cowboys win most of their games. The Commanders are still 7-5-1.
Yeah, right now the Niners are set to play Washington.
Yeah, because they would be 3-6.
Yeah,
because because the Giants would be the number 7 seed. So that's what you got to look at. Because they're 7-5-1. The Giants technically, because of the tie, they still hold the percentage advantage when it comes to the winning percentage advantage when it comes to making the playoffs.
They're the tip while the rest of the league is the penis. I guess.
Yes, because 8-1 would still make the playoffs over 8-9-1.
Yes.
So
because they did just enough not to lose.
Yep, exactly.
The Doug Peterson method.
So, like I said, I'm hoping that the Lions win the fuck out, and then that causes chaos in the NFC. I'm here for that.
Right.
Like I said,
next up, the Steelers taking on Sam Darnold and the Panthers.
Do you know the Panthers, the Falcons, and to a point the Saints, along with the Buccaneers, are winning the division, but the Panthers, Falcons, and the Saints are still in play to win this division.
Yes, because that division is like everybody behind the 49ers, hot ass garbage.
The only way that the Buccaneers don't go completely to shit, they have to win all. They really have to essentially just win 3 games.
So, you know what's interesting about this?
What?
As well as the AFC and NFC East are playing this year, the AFC and NFC South are back to where they were when we first started this show.
Yeah. The only exception is that the NFC South doesn't have an albatross in their division known as the Houston Texans.
But when we remember the first year we did this, the Panthers won that division at 7-8, 7-9.
Yeah, 7-9. Yep, I remember. And the AFC South, then the Colts won. They backed themselves in.
They backed in at fucking that was a tie year. They were 8-7-1.
Yep. Yeah. So this is
they are who we thought they were. A bunch of shitty teams. So I'm going to go with the Air Force energy here. I'm going to go with the Steelers. And Sam Darnold starting for the Panthers. So
I'll take the Steelers. You know what? I like the kid. Kenny Pickett now. I had my reservations about him.
My only issue with him is, much like Zach Wilson, he opened his mouth at the wrong time because he was playing like shit. But he's lucky Mike Tomlin ain't a spiteful bastard like Robert Saleh.
Yep. One thing I'm learning is that a lot of these quarterbacks that played in college recently like to open their mouth before writing checks that their ass can't cash. However, at least Kenny Pickett seems kind of approachable about it. So,
all right. Are you ready for your harbinger of chaos to be in the game now?
Yes.
Your harbinger of chaos, your Houston Texans. Kansas City is making a visit in Houston.
Well, here's the deal.
Oh, you got real fast on that one.
Here's the thing, guys, okay? I mean, yes, Davis Mills will hopefully be starting this game and is going to cause some chaos in this game. However, I don't think they're beating the Chiefs. Not at all. Not at all. However, holler at me when they play the Texans in the week after, and then we'll definitely have a conversation about that one.
So I'm taking the Chiefs too, but you know what John says Patrick Mahomes looks like?
What does he look like?
He says Patrick Mahomes looks like he smells like milk.
Milk and ketchup. Since those are, especially ketchup, because remember he puts the shit on steak. Fucking madman.
His mother is Roseanne Barr.
Houston's the ugly girlfriend with a nice personality. Oh, she's nice. She's a nice girl.
She's a nice. Oh, I love your girlfriend. She is so nice.
She is a nice girlfriend. She's very friendly.
He's a whole milk.
Whole milk. She likes whole milk and he smells like whole milk and ketchup. That's what he does. There you go.
Off-brand ketchup.
Off-brand ketchup, not Heinz nor Hunt's. The store, whatever store you're at, their brand. Okay.
All right. We are now going to the land of the bottom feeders, which is the NFC South, and we have the Falcons at the Saints.
God, these niggas is gonna be fighting over what?
I'm just taking the Saints because I picked the Falcons like 4 times this year, and they've lost every single one of those fucking games.
Are the Saints at home?
Yes.
I'll take the Saints. I'll ride with you on that.
And they all got fined for faking injuries.
Yes. Well, I mean, the Falcons, I don't even know who's starting the quarterback anymore because whoever they decided to make them start failed miserably, and now they're back to square one. So, yeah, there's that.
All right, your second harbinger of chaos from the AFC South is on deck now. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they're getting a visit from Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys this week. a team that barely beat the Texans.
I have, I don't want to say faith. I have the gods are lining this up in just a way that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to somehow win this division. I don't know why God is fucking with people like this, but I swear he must have money on somebody. Okay, yeah, God is playing a parlay in Vegas for Jacksonville to make the playoffs, which is probably like 1,500 to 1, and he put like a few million on there. Motherfucker's gonna be rich, and this is just a way of just manipulating the timeline in such a way that Jacksonville actually has a shot. So I'm picking Jacksonville to beat the Cowboys. That is my bold prediction of the week. Yes, we are bringing that back.
I'm not making a bold prediction here. I am picking the Cowboys. So. So, later, John. So the funniest part about this is there was 2 seasons ago, Hollywood absolutely refused to pick Dallas no matter who they were playing.
Yeah,
and that cost them a lot of weeks.
Yeah. Fuck Dallas. And they went on a winning streak. And I'm like, God damn it.
All right. So next up, we have 2 teams whose quarterbacks like to run, and they're both their starting quarterbacks are injured. One with an ACL tear, and the other one got knocked the fuck out.
Oh boy.
We got the Cardinals at the Broncos. This Broncos defense is going to feed on Colt McCoy.
God damn. But the problem is, who the fuck is going to start for the Broncos?
I don't know.
Who's their backup?
Let me find out. I know who it ain't, and that's Brock Osweiler.
Because whoever it was couldn't get the job done and finish what Russell Wilson started because he went back to using Nathaniel Hackett's playbook, and you already see where that got him. They went up 28-27, and then the quarterback comes in, and then it was all bad. So, yeah, I don't know who's their backup.
It is Brett Ripien,
the son of Washington Red Commander Mark Ripien. Mark Ripien. No, This is a game that the Broncos should absolutely win solely because of their defense. But they won't. So I'm picking the Cardinals.
So I am going to pick the Broncos because I've seen how bad the Cardinals played yesterday.
I mean, I probably should be picking the Broncos, but I just want Nathaniel Hackett to get fired. And so the only way that happens is the Broncos lose. Because obviously, again, Brett Ripien ran the Nathaniel Hackett playbook in the last few series, and they couldn't close the deal on them. They were up 28-27. 4 answered touchdowns. They were up 28-27. Couldn't get the job done.
So this game was flexed out of the Sunday night game.
For good
reason. Bill Belichick, in his last 5 games against his former coaches, are 0-5. But now we get the choke job of Josh McDaniels in Las Vegas as the New England Patriots come to Sin City to take on the Raiders.
Well, first off, the game deserved to be flexed out, not because of the Patriots, but because of the Raiders.
And no, that's why they said they flexed it up.
Yeah. I understand.
Just before, so I ain't got to explain anything. I'm a homer. Woo! Patriots, baby. Woo!
You know what? Listen, I'm taking the Patriots. I just want Josh McDaniels to get fired by the end of the season,
so he can go back to New England.
Yeah, yep.
Go back, and Bill Belichick be like, "Come back home, son. Come back home."
See, the Raiders. This is the karma for the Raiders for not letting Biasella have the coaching job. That's essentially what this is. Biasella earned that coaching job last year. Did he not?
He did.
I see with all the turmoil and shit that happened, he still got the Raiders to the playoffs. And then they still win when they win one game?
Yeah, they did.
That's more than what the Raiders had in any of the previous seasons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went with a winning coach who got you to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and you go with the pretty toy Josh McDaniels. This is karma at its finest. I just want you to know that. So remember, Derek Carr wasn't washed under Tom Biasella, but apparently they call him washed under Josh McDaniels. Josh Jacobs wasn't washed under Biasella, but
Josh Jacobs is playing right now. Josh Jacobs is performing to say "fuck you, Josh McDaniels," because you didn't pick up my 5th-year option. So I'm gonna go get paid somewhere else by making you look like a fool. That's what Josh Jacobs is on right now.
And you know, if what you call him goes somewhere else, and Josh McDaniels somehow keeps his job, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in New England. Be hilarious. To me, this would exactly remind me of the Corey Dillon situation. You remember what happened?
Yeah.
So, a Patriots assistant, I can't remember his name, went to coach the offense for the Bengals for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They benched Corey Dillon in favor of some scrub ass running back. Corey Dillon said, "Screw you guys." He went to New England. And what did he do when he was in New England?
He went and won a Super Bowl.
All right. Okay.
And was a Pro Bowler again.
Oh. Okay. So now that we've gotten that all cleared up. Remember this also happened in Buffalo? With Antoine Smith?
No, you could also say it happened with the Raiders, with Randy Moss.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously, and it doesn't happen in reverse, because when Bill Belichick's done, that means you have enough skills to be good in the season, but not good in the playoffs. If you don't believe me, ask Curtis Martin.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick said he was done with you.
Terry Glenn, Curtis Martin.
Said he was done with you. Said, this ain't gonna work out, bud. Yeah. And
the funniest one about that still is Jamie Collins. Yeah, I want to get paid like 12 subs. All right, we're gonna trade you then. 2 years later, back on the Patriots. And guess what? He's back on the Patriots now again for like his 4th stint.
Yeah, he got paid but he got paid like Terrell Suggs.
He got paid. He just didn't perform.
Listen, he got paid. That's all that matters. He got his paycheck.
We both got the packs on that one.
Yep.
Next up, we have 2 teams that don't know their identity, and it's Week 15.
Sounds like par for the course, really. Who is it?
The Tennessee Titans and the Chargers.
The Tennessee Titans I'll tell you exactly who the Tennessee Titans are. They're a team that are about to get sacrificed to the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 18. That's exactly who the Tennessee Titans are. Who are they playing again, you said? One more time?
The Chargers.
Oh, yeah. So I'm taking the Chargers because apparently the Chargers want it more than Tennessee.
So John texted me. He's like, I like how James mentioned JD, and you're like, moving on.
Exactly. Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, we know you're paid. It's okay. It's okay.
I am going to go with the Chargers here, even though they have bit me so many times in the ass this year.
No, the fates have to work in such a way. They have to work. The fates have to let the fates work.
Tom Brady has a problem this week. He's standing on the opposite side of Joe Cool and the Cincinnati Bengals. We got the Bengals at the Buccaneers this week.
Well, the good news is for Tom Brady is that the Bengals defense is not as good.
They're decent.
They're decent, but they're not as good and as a well-oiled machine as San Francisco. That's probably the one thing that he has going for them. So as cool as Joe Burrow is, I can never count out Tom Brady. And also, I can't have the NFC South get thrown into chaos if Tom Brady loses. Like I can't, but that can't be a thing. Because if they end up 6-8 and lose to the Bengals, and somehow one of these fucking teams from the NFC South win, i.e., the Falcons or the Panthers, we're all fucked. We're fucked, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm taking Tampa Bay. See, I am a harbinger of chaos, but not that kind of chaos. We don't.
I'm taking the Bengals because I want that chaos to happen.
Oh my Lord, Jesus. Okay. Fair enough. I'm saying I'm taking the Bucks.
All right. The next game, the last time these two teams played 3 weeks ago, was a tie. We have the New York Giants at your favorite team, the Communists.
The Red Commanders. I mean, the Commanders.
The Commies, baby.
All right. I need this team. Either one of two things are going to happen. Either Commanders are going to win, or it's going to be another tie.
I'm taking the Communists in this one. So.
Well, could you imagine 2 ties with the same 2 teams
in the same division? In the same division. That has never happened in the history of the NFL. Which is funny because we've been calling for this in the NFC East for like the last 5 years.
Yes. We said 2 teams were horrible enough to tie. Remember what time we got it right?
That was that Indianapolis game that we were talking about.
Yes. I said, I don't like neither of these teams. They're going to fucking tie. And that's exactly what the fuck happened.
I was like, you know what? I agree with you. Fuck both these teams.
Yeah, fuck both these teams. They're going to fucking tie. And we nailed that.
No, and that was Philly, Indy. It was Philadelphia against Indy.
Yep. Fuck both these teams.
So are you going with the Commies?
Yeah, I'm going with the Commies.
All right. Now, Monday Night Football, we got the new kid in town, Baker Mayfield and the LA Rams, taking on Mr. Broken Back and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot the Packers were off this week. Trying to figure out their life and if they're going to trade. How are they going to get rid of Aaron Rodgers in the offseason?
I say you just be like, all right, Aaron, just stay in the locker room. We're going to see what we have in Jordan Love. Your back is already fucked up. We're not making the playoffs. So.
Yeah, I don't know why they're continuing to play this man. I said 2 weeks ago, I said if they didn't win, they won last week though. I think they won not last week, but the week prior. I said if they didn't win that game, then they need to sit down Aaron Rodgers, and they won because it was the Bears. But I still honestly think in my heart of hearts that Packers have nothing to play for at this point. They are so far gone in the NFC North. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're like it would take a huge stretch. A lot of fucked up shit would have to happen in the NFC as a whole.
That means the Vikings and the Lions would both have to collapse in on themselves.
Well, and think about all the other wild card teams that are involved. Yeah.
It would take a whole conference to just collapse.
Yep. It would have to be a conference-wide collapse. The Packers would have to win 4 straight games, and everybody else that's in the wild card would have to go to shit. That means Panthers, Falcons, Saints that would have to go to shit. Lions would have to go to shit. The Seahawks would have to go to shit. The entire NFC East would have to go to shit. That's just not happening. It's not going to happen.
Baker knows how to play in the cold. I'm going to go with the Rams here.
Oh, I like the Rams. I like the Rams in this particular situation where they don't know what because you got to figure they've probably been working on a playbook for Baker Mayfield this whole time that we've been talking. And ever since Thursday, I should say. Or is it, yeah,
so
Thursday,
now you're
right?
actually, he's had time to actually talk to his wide receivers.
Exactly. So that's what makes me think this is going to be interesting. This might be the resurrection of Baker Mayfield's career. He's playing for his next contract, no doubt. I don't think that they're going to get rid of Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford signed to a long-term contract.
But that also matters on if Matt Stafford gets one more concussion this season. He's had 3 this year.
Yeah. But I thought Matt was going to be out for the season. Is he out for the season?
No.
So that's
the Rams signed Baker, so the 49ers didn't.
Well,
That's what that was.
Well, because they thought the 49ers were going to get him, and they didn't end up not getting him at all.
Well, because the Rams had more pull to get Baker because they had a worse record.
Yeah, plus they had lost the week prior when the 49ers had won, which is fine. Rams aren't making the playoffs because they even if they win 4 straight, again, they would require an entire collapse of the NFC for it to work. Not going to happen. But Baker Mayfield is essentially playing for a job. Job.
He's auditioning to whoever's going to give him a job next year.
Yeah.
Which might be Denver. Hell, it might be the Patriots.
There'll be a lot of teams calling. You got to think.
Not Carolina and Cleveland.
No. You got to think. Sean Payton maybe want to return to coaching again. Whether he goes to the Saints or any of these other teams.
Wherever he ends up, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to think if the Giants continue losing, Daniel Jones might be out of a job.
I mean, a lot of places people are going to be out of job. I think the Falcons, this whole Marcus Mariota experiment, has failed.
Vegas, Derek Carr.
Which is sad because this isn't nowhere near Derek Carr's fault. This is a complete failure from the entire coaching staff. And there's a lot to go into it. I can talk about it for days, but I can assure you that everything that has happened is not his fault. But yeah, in this situation, yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
Taking the Rams. All right, that is week 15 in the books, baby.
All right, so thank everybody for joining us. Thank John. Thanks Steve. Thanks Stephanie, and anybody also that came through. I did see a few. The numbers got a little bit higher here and there. I appreciate y'all for showing up some love. Make sure you check out. It'll be Sunday. We're gonna drop some new content. I think Thursday. The rest of reactions won't be. We're taking tomorrow,
Friday. Thursday and Friday off.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. We'll be back in the saddle Sunday.
No, we got Wednesday. Man, we did do baby medals.
Well, yeah. So Thursday, Friday off. Well, of course, Saturdays we're always off. But we'll be back with the recordings. Actually, we may end up dropping 1 or 2 on Saturday just because the ones that we missed Thursday, Friday, we'll work it out. Not to worry about that. You'll know when you know. We'll just drop a nice surprise for you.
Not only that, everybody knows YouTube is a wasteland around the holidays. So we got family shit to do. I have a lot going on professionally right now that I can't get into at this moment. But that's why we're missing recordings, because there's a whole lot of shit I got to do. So.
Yep. But it's all good. We'll definitely make it up to you with reactions and everything else. So,
and also wanted to say, I know I made a post saying the gaming content will be back, but it's not going to be back until January. I've had some issues, but yeah, that will be back in January. The game content and the more regular schedules will be back in January.
Oh yeah, maybe I can find a way to fix that. All right, so. Until next time, that's my man Big Sin. I'm your boy Hollywood J Black. This is That Damn NFL Show, and we are out this thing. Deuces.